One of the most asked questions when it comes to CV is how to write a CV. And in today's video, I'll take you through step by step on how you are supposed to come up with a professional CV. And because I can't really sit with you and help you write a CV, I'll share with you the main sections that your CV needs to have and the information that you need to include in those sections. So the first section that you need to have is your personal details. And here we are interested with your name, we're interested with your postal address, email, and even phone numbers. And if for phone number, if you can have two, your direct phone number, and maybe for a relative, the better. Reason being, if we call you and we don't get you for one reason or another, then we can be able to call the alternative number. Now, some of you ask me, Paminas, we're in the digital era, why do I need a postal address? I would say this is for formality. It really doesn't make a lot of a difference, but it's still important to have it there. But I don't see many employers in this day and age contacting you through a postal address. And remember also, when it comes to your email, let it be professional. Don't use those email addresses that that you got when you are 16, 17 years old. No, it should be an email address that communicates your level of professionalism. Now, after the personal details, the next section that you need to have in your CV is the career profile, or if you like, a career summary. And here, the more you make it specific to your profession, to your job, the better. So instead of saying, I am a hardworking and self-motivated accountant or HR professional, why don't you say, I have over 7 years of experience in accounting, and in those 7 years of experience, I've been able to master account payables, bank reconciliation, petty cash management, etc, etc. So I see a lot of professionals making a mistake here because they just include some generic entries, and it really doesn't help them much. It doesn't sell them to the outside world. So the more specific you are, the more you confine yourself to the job or your profession, the better. After that, we go to the education and professional qualifications. And here, what I would advise you is just state them. You don't need to go into details, breaking down the units that you studied for that degree. No. All we need to see is the degree, the class. Did you get an upper, second, lower, whatever grade you got, and then the institution and the year that you graduated. That's enough. And we normally start with the highest qualification and then the lowest. So if you have a certificate, I would expect the certificate to be at the bottom and then the master's degree or the PhD to be at the very top. After that, we go to what I call the key skills and attributes. So these comes just below the education and professional qualifications. And here you summarize the skills that you have. So if you have over 5 years of experience, what skills have you been able to gain over those 5 years of experience? So for example, I, as a HR professional, I would say I'm skilled in training, performance management, labor laws, employee relations, etc. If it's an accountant, and that's a profession that I'm very much familiar with, I would write things to do with financial reporting, statutory returns, budgeting and costing. All those are the ones that I would indicate. After that, then you go to work experience. And here, work experience, you start with the most recent. So the most recent should be the one appearing first, and then where you began your career, the internship, those ones should be the last one. And then for the work experience for each company that you've worked for, I would recommend you only put the most recent 3 companies. So if you've worked for 6 companies, you don't have to indicate each and every company and you go down breaking roles for each company that you've worked for. No. Look at the ones that you need to break down are the first, the second, and the third most recent. And then you provide, for each company, you provide at least 5 responsibilities, key responsibilities on what you did. And then don't forget to have achievements for each role. Under each role, you have achievement. And this achievement, they shouldn't be more than 2. And I'll do another separate video on what you should indicate on the achievement. But for now, understand for each role you've had, the last 3 have a maximum of 2 achievements. Then for the other jobs that you've had, you just have them in entry format. So you can see I worked as a HR assistant, corporate staffing services from the year 2011 to 2013. So there I don't go breaking down what I did when I was at corporate staffing as a HR assistant. So the key thing here is shorten your CV by indicating the most recent experience, and then for each experience you make sure that you indicate the achievement. After that, if you experienced, then you indicate the trainings and the seminars that you've attended. And again, they should be entry format. Don't go breaking them down, telling us what you learned. If you went for a leadership course, that's where to put it. If you attended a course here at corporate staffing, let's say master HR course, you put it there. If you're a accountant, you've now mastered QuickBooks, that's where to put it. After the training and the seminars, the next section to take care of is membership. So if you're a member of a professional body, and most of us are required, for example, I am a member of IHRM. If you're a lawyer, you'll be a member of LSK, that's where we indicate it. And if you so wish, you can even indicate the number, so that if the employer wants to verify the details, they'll know where to start. After the membership, and now we are coming to the end, is where you indicate your interest and hobbies. Now, interest and hobbies, they are really not a deal breaker. If you've met all the requirements and your CV looks good and you don't have interest or hobbies, that does not mean that people are not going to invite you for an interview. However, the interest and hobby section, it does add some marks. So for example, if you indicate, let's say you're a sales professional, and you know sales, they're supposed to interact with people, and you indicate that you participate in this community activity, and you are either a reader or you're a treasurer or something like that, it does give someone starts to look at you differently, as opposed to someone who doesn't have the interest and hobbies. If you're an accountant and it also shows that you act as a treasurer for a community-based organization, someone can really see, wow, this person is really keen and serious about their accounting profession. So it's not a deal breaker, like I said, but if you have some interest and hobbies that align to your job, please do indicate them. So don't be the type that indicates swimming, reading books, networking. No. The last section is referees. And referees, it's always better to indicate the HR and your former boss. HR, why? Because HR is the custodian of the document, the official document. So HR is the one who knows when you are hired, who you are reporting to, if you have disciplinary issues and all that. So even if you omit the HR, any serious employer who's doing background checks, they always write to the HR of the company where you came from. Now, the reason why you should indicate your former boss is because these are the people who know the quality of your work, and they can stand for you. They can represent you. They know you better. Okay? So HR has the record, but the person who knows the day-to-day affairs of your work, how you're able to deliver, is your immediate manager. So I would say, if I'm looking to indicate referees for myself, I would indicate only 3 of them. So I would indicate my boss here at Corporate Staffing Services and my HR here at Corporate Staffing Services. Then I choose someone else, maybe a past employer. So those are enough. So there you have it. Coming up with a CV need not be a complicated affair. All you need to make sure that each section, you take care of each section. And if you've tried to come up with your CV but you are stuck, we do offer CV writing service where you can send your CV, your current CV format, the way it is. You send it in MS Word to the email address that's on your screen, and the team here at Corporate Staffing Services, they'll be able to review your CV for free and tell you, is your career profile okay? How is your work experience? Are you presenting yourself the right way? And then if you still would want assistance, the team can go ahead and write the CV for you at a small cost. So thank you very much for watching. On a weekly basis, we do have videos such as this, where we advise you on your career, how you can be able to make your career better, whether it is your CV or interviews. So I look forward to seeing you next time I have a video, and so that you don't miss, make sure you subscribe.